moving over here. Oh, one thing I didn't mention. I've been meaning to mention this the whole chapter. I totally forgot. Now would be a great time. The fact that Nino, if you remember Nino at the beginning of the chapter, was like, hey, if you bring me over to Lloyd, I'd love to talk to him. I'd love to talk some sense into him. It actually makes the boss of this chapter a little interesting. Look at that. How do you stop that? You can't even stop that. You can only hope to contain it. But, yeah, it actually makes the boss a little more interesting. Nino does have dialogue with Lloyd. Nino can get over there and can talk to Lloyd. If she does, Lloyd will actually not attack Nino. Instead, Lloyd will actually start moving around the map like a normal enemy. Unlike his normal sit-on-the-throne boss behavior, if you actually have Nino go forward and attack, and talk to Lloyd, he will not counterattack her, but they'll have this conversation, and then he'll start moving around the map and advancing like a normal enemy, which is kind of interesting. And that's also kind of something I don't want to happen, so I'm not going to initiate that conversation. Something you can do, though, if you are using Nino, of course. Let's take that elixir. That would be real great to use that up right now and heal up fully. Nice, so I don't have to worry about that anymore, which is great. I do want to, again, continue to aggro things, though. Don't want to halt that. And if you notice, the reinforcements seem to have stopped, which is real nice because that means I can start actually making some progress, some meaningful progress in this chapter. It took long enough, I know, but yeah, that is happening. Let's rain down destruction upon our foes. 29 damage times 3. You know, 87 damage, just whatever, doesn't matter. Look at me, I'm just a bishop that annihilates everything. Okay. Continuing the trend is Lloyd, continuing his impregnable defense. I love it. So yeah, unfortunately, it does make it sound like at the start of the chapter that you can recruit Lloyd. That would be super awesome if you could. Unfortunately, you can't. But doesn't make it sound like that. It's all like, if I could only talk to him, I could talk some sense into him. It's like, recruitment, please. And it's like, nah. It doesn't quite work that way. All right, these javelins are just going to continue to be the bane of my existence because they're just going to continue to plug up the spot. So I need to get as many of these guys with javelins down as I can because, yeah, they're never going to direct attack. They're always going to be standing there and just taking up valuable real estate that I need to put my guys on so they can continue to attack. There we go. Actually, I probably should have used a stronger tome because it's going to take 2 uses, but whatever. Okay. All right, Cadus, you know what? You do you. You do whatever you want. I don't care anymore. Fine. Have it your way. Have it your way. You gotta level up. And you know what? If this is a good level up, then you can do whatever the hell you want. Yeah, fine. Fine. You do you. Even got a speed point, which is great. And defense. Love that. Loving to see that. All right, we got useless paladin. Can't do anything. Again, get rid of the javelin guys because they're going to just continue to throw javelin and just waste time. That's what's going to happen if we don't get rid of them. So. Go. No problem at all there. I do love to think of the fact that, though, we have, I mean, in this chapter, there's 27 enemies left. How many do you think we've killed? Someone should keep track of that. I'm sure someone will, now that I've said it. Go back and see how many enemies have we actually killed. It's probably quite a few. And because that is just, it's just crazy. Like that, this group of, I have allowed 10 units in this chapter. My 10 units have made mincemeat of every other unit in this chapter. It's just sick. It's sick, really, if you think about it. It's disgusting. But, all right. Florina, again, just going to sit here and wait for reinforcements that are eventually going to show up. I promise you, they are going to make their presence known at some point. You see, mark my words, everyone thought I was crazy. Everyone in Eliwood thought Eric the Tactician is crazy. Thinks enemies are just going to show up out of nowhere. Believe me when I say. But yeah, we just have 10. We have 10 units. That's a reason why. Crit. A reason why I think Fire Emblem 7 and really 8, I guess too, falls in the same group to an extent, is so great is because I don't know if great's the right word. Maybe it leaves such a lasting impression. I guess the units are so memorable because they're so good. Like I said, 10 units, you get to spend a lot of time getting attached to these 10 units, you know? Even though they're just battling and tanking, you're still forming your own impressions and opinions about them. I feel like the problem in a game like Fire Emblem Fates Conquest, even though the map design is fantastic in that game, the challenge is definitely there and is great. you spend a lot of time getting aggravated because your units keep dying. And it's like, what the hell? The problem in that game, I've actually pinpointed the problem in that. In Fire Emblem Fates Conquest, yes, like I said, great challenge. In fact, probably one of the most challenging Fire Emblems. The story is abysmal. It's so stupid. It had such potential to be such a great story, and instead it just decided to crap on itself. Like, the idea was that, yeah, you get to pick Nor, you get to pick the evil kingdom. You know, you can launch a rebellion from within the castle. Like, how cool does that sound? You know? Revolt against your father and your king and all that. That would be so cool. Instead, it's, oh, we need to conquer Hoshido to save the king. It's like, no! Why do you want to do that? But anyway, the point is, the reason why that game has a problem is because of crit chance. Yes, I know, sometimes I whine and cry about being crit on like a 1%, which has happened. Clearly, I have a video on it, it has happened. And sometimes that can be annoying, but the problem is, in Fire Emblem Fates, every enemy has, it seems like as you progress, even on normal mode, every enemy has this crit chance, like of somewhere in the range of 13%. And that doesn't seem like a lot, but like when you're getting attacked so many times, eventually one enemy's bound to crit. And all of the enemies in that mode can do damage. So it ends up being that you get screwed over eventually because, you know, odds are that in 20 attacks, you're going to get crit twice. Probably happens once. You know, whatever. It sucks. But now, anyway, moving on. Now that Osmond's fully healed, he can continue down here. Good. And the Nomad Troopers are out of the way. I wish I kind of got that Paladin out of the way. That probably would have been for the best, because that Paladin could cause trouble for Wrath, but I'm not really worried about it. Again, I don't know how many times I have to say it or how many different ways I can phrase it. My units are too good. It's too good. Get good, enemies. Get good. Look at that. How embarrassing. How embarrassing. Like, what a wipe. What a wipe this was. Like a full party wipe for the Black Fang. It's actually embarrassing. Alright, now that these guys have javelins... Oh, yes. I thought I gave you a ranged weapon. I'm going to give you a hand axe. We don't have a ranged weapon on Hector, unfortunately. He can't get one. But I am going to leave him there just because I don't want... Actually, you know what? Who even cares? Who cares? No. Actually, could be a problem. I don't want to expose Canis to too much direct attack because, you know, he is still a magic user. I don't want him to get too much in the way. So we'll just leave Hector and Osmond right there. Again, we're going to leave him right there. No reason to fix what isn't broken. They're waiting around for these mystery reinforcements that are going to show up. Eventually. Like I said, eventually they are. Just not right now. And everybody else is fine exactly where they are. I don't think I need to do literally anything. Yep. We're good. Actually, relax. What? Did he move one space? What is all that about? Did that Paladin just move down one space? Why? To what end did he do that? What's the point? Who is in charge of this? He just moved down one spot and is like, you know what? I'm fine right here. I think I'm just going to sit here. It's like, well, how is that space different than anything else? And you're not attacking or healing. You're just sitting there. It's like, what the hell? Maybe he's baiting me? Is he trying to bait? Like, because I don't think that's programmed into the enemy AI here. A bait and switch type of tactic. That would be really interesting. It's like, I'm going to lure you out here, knowing that reinforcements will spawn when you get here. That would be really cool. I don't think it's that advanced, though. Oh, good. I hope these guys attack Wrath. That's fine. You'll be able to kill or at least damage them. You can't double? Oh, that's fine. Oh, steel bow. Ah, that's fine. Because the bow broke. Bow snapped in half. Of course you can't double attack. That happens. Finally, it looks like the forces are starting to thin out a little bit, though. I never thought I'd see the day, but it finally looks like we're starting to thin the line a little bit and break through. Lowen, speaking of breakthrough, with a set him up for a good level up there. Not a breakthrough level up, but a decent one, I suppose. Where are these reinforcements? What the hell? I know they show up. I know they come eventually, and they're not here. It's getting a little aggravating. We might as well just put us... What is he doing? I don't understand what you're doing! You're confusing me by doing nothing! It's so weird. Yeah, we can put a stop to that now. We have enough things over here that we can get enough support such that we can destroy everything. Nice. Double attack on the steel bow against the sword slayer. The sword slayer literally couldn't do anything because no sword units. I'd love to get Dart in there. He'll have to wait till next turn. That's fine. That's fine. Let's see what all these guys can do. Maybe just eliminate everything. I don't want to get too hasty because there are still some threats around on the map, but I can definitely do this because I'm kind of sick of this guy being here. So I'm just going to go ahead and destroy him. Just going to go ahead and stab him with my giant chain lance. So that's a thing. We are going to, yeah, we just eliminate these knights, I guess. Get rid of this one. Can you do with a sword? Yeah, you know what? Let's be a rebel. Let's do it with the sword. Because we have a lot of axes. We have the brigands up here. Most of them have axes. So we might as well equip a sword. If it's not going to matter one way or the other, might as well get weapon triangle advantage over future enemies. Rather than, you know, just waste steel axes. And yeah, just do that. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Everything is according to plan. Finally. I love it when a plan comes together. No more annoyances. Like I said, this is the reward. This chapter is the reward for everything, all the hard work and all the toil and trouble that we've been through. This is finally the reward. I do want to get rid of that hero. Everything else is no threat to me, but the hero is. So I want to make sure I dispose of him. I want to make sure this brigand, there's no brigands making their way down to the village, right? I think they're all just standing there. So I'm fine with that. Lucius doesn't need aura anymore. Can actually just use shine and take care of that hero. And just again casually do 87 damage. Whatever. Whatever. Oh, not 87 that time. That time it was what? 69. 69 damage. Not 27 damage. 23. There we go. Perfect. Good level up. Offense. Look at how offensive. Lucius capped magic at level 5. At level 5. Lucius capped magic. You are amazing. I love you. You're great. Okay. Unlike these people. What is up with you? Oswin, stop being crappy. Okay. All right. Anyway, he's done something. Just got to give him a little bit of slack. It's just these guys, right? Yep. They don't need to. Yep. Just more of the same. More of defense. That's what it's all about in this chapter. It's all about being tanky. And luckily, we have a lot of tanky units. I love that we have Lloyd. You know what? It's starting to make me really appreciate the fact that we have a tanky unit. This guy could actually hurt me. He doesn't, though, because, you know, he sucks. He probably is going to get doubled, too, because the steel axe, I'm going to bet, weighs him down just enough so that he's going to get impaled with an iron lance twice. A giant chain lance twice. Because that's great. It's just great. Oh, man. I don't know why they're so adamant, though, on stopping me. Oh, no, I do know why. It makes sense. Their motivations are very clear. But still, you would think after 70 units died, they'd be like, you know, we probably should leave. Like, I don't think we can handle this. Or maybe Lloyd would be like, hey, maybe I should probably start to do something. I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Oh, finally. Oh, it's about time. Lord Beta showing up finally. The worst villain ever. Here they come again, those little Lycean nobles that I let follow me to the hideout so that all of this is made possible by me, the blundering Lord Beta. I'd love to take them on, but Prince Zephiel's insists it was them? It was they who saved him? Pah! What's this world coming to? That should be prime, indicator that we have a recruitment conversation. So we're going to have Eliwood talk to Beta. You! So we meet again, boy. Are your little playmates doing well? You're that wyvern rider. You're working for the Black Fang, aren't you? You're wrong there, says Beta. I serve only Burn. I'm here on my own personal agenda. Tell me, boy, are you the one who stopped Prince Zephiel's assassin? And it's like, yeah, kinda. How did you know? So it's true, isn't it? That settles it. From now on, I'm traveling with you. All right, thanks, Beta. What are you? You saved Prince Zephiel, so I owe you. But why? I told you, I serve Burn. You save Zephiel, I save you. Zephiel's our future, our hope. Yeah, let's see how that works out. You saved him when he needed saving, and now I will serve you. I see. I'll take you at your word. Really? Then look for me. I'll be joining you shortly. As in right now. I'll be joining you right now. Beta's a Wyvern Lord. She's actually not bad. If you want to use a Wyvern Lord, if you need another flyer, and Heath didn't pan out like he didn't for me, Beta is a great substitute. Comes with a spear as well, which is a great, like the improved javelin. Unfortunately, it doesn't come with the Uber Spear. Now, if you got Beta with the Uber Spear, it would be like game over. But still a very respectable level 9 Wyvern Lord. Like, not the worst thing in the world, especially if you're looking for another promoted unit. Very, very usable. But anyway, the reason is why I have these people down here finally is so they can finally do something. I'm confident that guy will get a crit. Yeah. Confident that he's going to crit one of those two because he's just so cool. He's just so amazing. He is to just take care of these guys. Finally, the prophecy came true. The prophecy of reinforcements this whole time finally came true. Although I think that's going to trigger some new stuff next chapters, or next chapter. So let's make sure we don't get hit by that. Do I have my animations? Let me make sure. Oh yeah, they're all on. I want to make sure if Beta gets into trouble, she actually does see her combat animation. Now Beta, now he can't be spoiled. It's easy to be spoiled by Florina having the Delphi shield now that we don't have to worry about flyers. Only 14 enemies left, by the way. But Beta still is a flying unit, so we do have to be careful about the ballistas, but we're just going to move Wrath right there to take that one out, so we don't have to deal with that anymore. By the way, these are snipers on the ballistas, so extra experience is how I do that. Not actually as a threat. It's like, oh, EXP. That's good. There. We can actually start being much more aggressive now that we have pretty much cleared the way of everything. So finally all that clutter, all that mass of red that was in the middle of this map finally gone, so we can finally start advancing down and just continue to command and conquer this whole area. Robin, I think our tacticians in Fates and Awakening would be pretty proud. I mean, we've done a lot to get to this point. I should probably heal. You know, those tactician characters I think would be proud of the progress we've made, because in that game you can't just stick a unit on a spot and have them just tank everything unless it's Frederick, because Frederick kills everything. But otherwise you can't. So it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. I think it's a good testament to how far we've come, like I said. Oswin, speaking of destroying things, can just well, why is that? Yeah, just destroy everything. Weapon triangle disadvantage literally matters not, because an Iron Lance can just wreck everything. Nice. Finally, Oswin, this was the point, you know? This was the point of lugging around that little 4 movement Oswin earlier in the game, so we can now do things like this. Just completely dodge out of the way of weapon triangle advantage and make mincemeat of everything that comes his way. That is what Oswin is born to do, and that's what Oswin does. He's not quite Effie. He's not quite Effie from Fire Emblem Fates, in that he just doesn't have like 50 strength. But with level ups like that, if he can continue level ups like that, then we might have something to talk about. And you know what? Finally, Oswin is actually doing what he's supposed to. Like, if you get good level ups along the way, imagine how much better this would be. Instead, like, it's good. It's great, as you can see. Oswin destroying everything. It's, like, not even close. But imagine getting good level ups along the way to this path. Like, then it was just not even fair. You have to watch out for these snipers, though, because even though they are, you know, kind of pathetic still, they can do damage with their bows. They have steel bows that can do 6 damage each, and against units that aren't tanky, they could actually be kind of a threat, but whatever. Kind of a threat at this point is not really a problem. What is a problem, though, are all these Wyvern Riders. We do get a ton of them that start pouring in from the bottom here. I wish Guy was at a little bit more health, but he does have a Lance Reaver, and he can just destroy it. Especially if he keeps critting. That's what Swordmaster is designed to do, so that's me. I would probably have to use Beta a little bit, actually, down here to do a little crowd control. Kind of wish I kept Dart down there. In fact, why don't we have him make his way back? Dart's just circling around the whole map. I was going to have him help out up here. Now he's not. I was going to have him, you know, do other things. Now he's not. He's just going to end up circling around the whole map, which is fine. So that's pretty much going to be Dart's whole thing. See, I don't want to use the spear because the spear is so good. Oh man, that does a lot of damage. If that hits Florina, which I hope it doesn't, that's actually going to hurt quite a bit. Florina needs to dodge. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Would have been nice. Actually, you know what? While I was standing around, just waiting, probably should have healed everybody. I was just like standing around for like 4 turns, just like wait. It's like, probably should have healed a little you know, instead of just waiting. But regardless, Eliwood, I'd love to have him not attack anything because it would just be a waste. At least Veda, even though I don't want Veda to use the spear, that's why I want to trade. Even though I give her the Killer Lance, I don't want to waste the spear. Can actually get some XP, and Veda has an awesome black wyvern. Like, look at how cool that is. Look how cool! Veda, unfortunately, not going to be used very much in this game, but is cool nonetheless. I don't want that to take away from the fact that she is a cool character. Alright, albeit a terrible, terrible hit. Okay, let's just take out these snipers one after the other. Starting with Hector, with the sword. Nice! So good! So good. I forgot that five wyverns would start jumping in down here. I thought it would just be 3. That's why I was like, oh, we have enough. And it's like, nope, way more than you bargained for, but that's fine. Needs heals. Osmond, I guess, needs heals. So let's give Osmond heals. And then we can just continue our march forward and eventually take out Lloyd. Lloyd is actually kind of tricky because even though we've been able to get through this chapter pretty much no problem, you know, we've just been able to march forward and advance and not have to worry about very much, Lloyd can be a tricky character to deal with. Let me make sure it's not. Lloyd can be a tricky character because this guy doubles. I can double him. Can I kill him? No. What's the highest crit? I think it's the steel lance. Yeah. Alright. So this is going to be Lowen's job for the rest of the chapter is to kill these guys. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, Lloyd can be tricky because he is a swordmaster, like I said. Swordmasters get that inherent crit bonus. Luckily, I think it's negated by the weapon he has. The weapon of a light brand, I don't think can crit. Oh no, it can. It totally can. So it totally can. So we do have to be careful of critical hits, and we have to factor that in. It's the rune sword that can. We have to factor that in when we fight the boss because what we don't want to happen is we don't want, you know, a unit to suddenly get crit and die. So we have to factor in the fact that, hey, you know, I could actually take 3 times the amount of damage that it's listing, and I have to be careful about that. Speaking of being careful, let's go ahead and take out this guy. And that last archer, as you saw, has the silver bow. Last sniper. Sorry, I don't want to disrespect these fantastic enemies. Last one has a silver bow. So that can be problematic. So I'm going to save that one for last, but it's okay. Bam with the longbow, getting an easy kill there, and a level up for Wrath, level 5, Nomadic Trooper. There we go. There we go. Even a little res. Why not? Don't need it in this chapter. There's no magic in this chapter at all, which I think is kind of interesting. There's 0 magic. So actually, you know what? Let's just go here. I don't care. I'll speed things up a little bit. Merlinus can continue to do. Now, actually, what's kind of cool is if you have archers of your own, you can actually seize control of these ballistas, which is really, really cool and really nice. Unfortunately, we can't do that. Oh, look at that. A crit, of course. We can't do that, but like if you have Will or Rebecca promoted into a sniper, you can actually seize the ballistas and use them for yourself, which is pretty cool to hit all these other enemies. Look at that. He opted not to attack Lucius and to attack Lowen. Lowen, how does that make you feel, man? That sucks. Actually, a little bit higher hit percentage now that he had the steel lance. Probably should have left the iron weapon on, but that's all right. I don't know why you would attempt that. Who is ordering this? That's the thing. Who issues these commands? They're so bad. They're all so bad. Like, what is going on? All right, more wyverns. 4 per turn shot. Okay. So yeah, let's have Dart help out a little bit down here. Help out the cause. Everything else, though, seems to be just going fine. I don't think I need to change my approach at all. These guys are both the same. These guys are all the same. Can't kill that one, though, oddly enough, but I will take out this one on the outside. He has a 0% chance to hit. I think I'm good. I think I'm safe. Good job, guy. Way to do what you're supposed to do. I do have the worms. Do I have the worm slayer on guy, or do I get rid of it? No, I get rid of it. I have killing edges, though. I have killing edges. And I'll make good use of them later. Yeah, Veda with their killer lance is just going to continue to do this. Get Veda a little bit of action. Get a little bit of screen time. Why not? You know? I'm not going to be using her at all past this point, so we might as well get her a little bit of screen time. And you see the Wyvern Lord in action, too, which is pretty neat. Alright. Please don't hit Florina. Like, pretty please. Pretty please. Like, all these attacks have a really low hit percentage, so none of them should hit. And if none of them hit, I'm fine. If some of them start hitting, then that's a problem. But it should be good. It should be good. Alright, Eliwood can just sit there. Alright, let's see. Oh, we don't have to have Eliwood seize. I was like, don't tell me we have to have Eliwood trudge all the way across the map. We actually don't. That's kind of nice. That's really nice. Lowen, though, can just keep doing this. This guy's still here. What are you doing? What are these enemies doing? They're just sitting there. Might as well go back to the iron weapons. We get a double attack there, but I want to make sure we kill that guy. Nice with the iron axe. Fantastic. A lot of shoulder strength, like I said. Good. Now we have pretty much 8. We have 8 enemies left. Most of them are the reinforcements pouring in from the bottom, so we should be in good condition here. Hector can just finish this guy off. Sword. Nice. And it is, like I said, it is a route chapter. You do have to kill all the enemies, so you can't just ignore the reinforcements. And it's best to cut them off down there anyway, so they don't end up causing problems later. Great Lord Hector, look at that level up. So good. Getting more speed. Like, he's so fast. Wrath would have been great to have down there with the wyverns. He would have just been able to destroy them. But he can do the same here, too. Nice. Getting more good kills. Anyone need heals? I don't believe anybody needs heals. Also, something interesting to note is that he has a light brand, which is a magic attack. So when we attack from a distance, he'll actually be attacking with magic, which is nice, because I'm going to use Canis and also Lucius to get a little bit more damage on him. And he won't really be able to do much damage back because the resistance is so see how that all ends up working out nicely. Let's see. I'd love to get this guy to attack Lucius, but I don't think it's going to happen. So I'm just going to put Lucius up here. I might as well get in position to take on the boss. Yeah, we have all those wyverns down there causing problems, but you know what? Get in position to take on the boss. Only 6 enemies left. 3 up here, 3 down there. Osmond right there. I think we're ready for just about getting ready for the boss. Still left, just Eliwood. Now, like I said, Florina does need to keep dodging. If Florina gets hit by 2 attacks in a row, I'd be very upset because they're all such a low hit percentage, so she shouldn't. But if she does, that would be kind of bad. That'd be kind of bad. So let's make sure kind of bad things don't happen. I think that's the best course of action going forward, that things that are kind of bad don't happen. Things that are good, though, like that, like doing 75 damage in 1 attack, that needs to continue to happen. So let's try to stay on that course. Yeah, this guy is still walking around down here. This guy could actually be a problem. But I think it'll be fine. It's going to come down to the wire, though. Like, Lowen's just barely going to be able to stay alive. That's kind of funny. Yeah, nothing can hit Florina, which is good. It's good. More reinforcements. No, actually, we're done. Okay, perfect. Lowen should probably heal. Lowen should probably heal. So, you know what? Let's move Lowen right here. I mean, I could take out that guy. Like, it's not going to be a problem. But I want to heal. So let's move Lowen way back here. And let's heal up. There's no point in being risky in this map, so let's do it. Yeah, it's like, yeah, Lowen should be able to take out those snipers. And they keep getting chip damage. It's like, maybe not. Maybe not. Yeah, mathematically, I can't attack anyone. In fact, it's look around here, so we just attack Wrath and dies. All right, let's see what the deal is with Lloyd. Now, Lloyd has he's tough. He has this item called the Iron Rune. An Iron Rune we will get upon defeating it. It negates enemy crit attacks, negates our crit attacks, which is really nice too. So we want to make sure we make use of that. Also, want to make sure that in this chapter we do visit the shop and the armory. Don't forget about those chilling down there. Those still there. But I do have my boss killer, my secret weapon, which is just going to come in with Luna and probably just wreck everything. Yeah, that's right. The light brain can't crit at all. Oh man, his hit percentage is so low. So low. Why? Why can't you hit anything? Although, I suppose there's no harm in starting it. Like, you can't do any damage. You can't do any damage to me. You can do 6. Like, big whoop. You do 6 damage. Yeah, I probably won't hit him. But, like, 6 damage. Ha! Not concerned. It matters not who you are. It's too late. I will avenge my brother's death, one by one. We didn't kill him though. But hey, dude, we didn't kill him. Can be subjected to that. But hey, we'll get chip experience if we hit. Good X, right? Do it for the X. So Dart, poor Dart. Dart has just been like the unit that hasn't gotten to do anything. I keep having like tasks for him, but by the time he shows up, everyone else has already taken care of it. So he has nothing, he has no job. So let's just send him back up here. Poor Dart, I feel so bad. I feel bad. If there was one more turn of reinforcements, he would have been able to do stuff. Instead, he can't. The guy though can just continue to, oh man, he can't actually kill, so let's use Killing Edge. Look at that, 60% crit chance. 60% crit chance is just filthy. It's filthy. I mean, if he crits. I mean, if he makes good use of it. There we go. There we go. The fun thing I have to say in Sacred Stones, Fire Emblem Sacred Stones has Creature Campaign at the end of the game where you can just continuously level up your characters infinitely with stat boosting items and stuff, so you can eventually max them all out at max stats. And what's fun is that once you do so, you can pretty much get, you know, there's an item called the Sham Shear. It's a weapon, essentially an improved Killing Edge. You can get a character like Joshua, Swordmaster, to have like an 80% crit, like with supports, and with that, it's actually just disgusting. Like an 80% crit chance, or 85, I think I've gotten up to, where he just does ×3 damage. Like his damage output is the best, but when you're multiplying it by 3 every time, it doesn't matter how good or bad it is. Like it just wrecks everything. So, this is just gonna keep happening. We get some cool music. Might get some experience. Not getting any X out of that, unfortunately. This is gonna happen though. Get some damage, but that's okay because we should be able to double. Yeah, Wrath definitely quick enough to be able to take that guy out, no problem. That's the other thing too, is Wrath, even though he's gonna take damage from those, he becomes kind of like a sniper killer. Whoa, we're not done here. Why are we not done here? Dart, get back here. Actually, get back here. No, there's no way Eliwood could take Dart. Eliwood's con is 7 yet. I was gonna try to rescue him and bring him down, but that's not good. I was just gonna not die. Guy's probably pretty good at not dying. What's everyone's hit again? Like 20s? So he's probably fine, even with the Steel Lance. Yeah, 49. He's probably fine. Does he have a vulnerary? No, he does not. That's unfortunate. Let's give him the Lance Reaver and have him just sit there, honestly. Let's attack him. Let's get rid of... Come on, crit something. Please? Please? Pretty please? No, actually did not. Left that guy alive. Why would you spare him? I mean, we're beyond the point of showing mercy. We've already eliminated like 50 enemies. Alright, you know what? Let's get Florina up here. I want to draw away like 1 or 2 of them with Florina. I think that would be ideal. Veda doesn't need to be around. I think Guy, honestly, could probably just take all of them. Alright, so back to the situation going on up here. Canis, I don't think this is going to work out, buddy. Sorry. Sorry, man. We just can't do anything. Let's see if Lucius can do anything, oddly enough, because Lucius can. Lucius can do stuff. Lucius can do much more stuff than he could. Lucius doesn't take any damage. Lucius can solo this. I mean, eventually. Oh, no. Lloyd would probably heal it. He doesn't take any damage. Like, what a boss. What a boss. I wish I had a more accurate attack, though. Actually, I can get one. I can totally get one. I'm a convoy. Because Merlinus is taking Merlinus charging in to take on the boss. Let's see. Wrath could most certainly give him a shot. So let's do that. Let's get low enough here. Now let's see. If I attack with these guys, I believe, yes, this now counts as a physical attack. So that introduces a whole can of worms. Crit chance, all that stuff. So we don't want to do any of that at all. Instead, we want to make use of our long-range attack so that he continues to attack with magic. In fact, one strategy that I've actually used before is to actually just wear down the light brand so he doesn't have any weapons at all. I've actually done that a few times, so we could, I mean, that could end up being the way that we go. We'll see. We'll see how this works out. In fact, I definitely, though, Osmond is not going to be as useful with the hand axe as Hector would be, so let's give Hector a hand axe. Yeah, we might as well. Like, why not just take pot shots? Let's see if something hits. Hey, get some dialogue. You there. Who are you? Marcus Osia's brother, Hector. And you, lout? The Black Fang commander's son, Lloyd Reed. You remind me of my brother. Something about you. Huh? What are you talking about? My brother, whom you killed, my brother Linus. It's none of your business. He says, I have a brother too. If someone killed him, I would make sure his killer paid dearly and suffered long. Well spoken. If you don't want to give your brother cause to mourn, you'd best fight well. Prepare yourself. Ah! Actually, don't need to prepare myself that much. You can only do 8. Nice. Just wear down the light brand, honestly. That could be the strategy. Right, they're all gonna try to attack Guy with very little success, I'd imagine. They'll have javelins. That's gonna be annoying. Oh, thank you for dodging. Thank you for dodging, Clarina. You're the best. You are the best. Actually, you probably are my best friend. If only you had more defense. If only Florina had more defense, she could honestly just wipe out everything. But, yeah. Let's just go ahead and put a swift end to that as Swordmaster Guy. Way to go. Way to go, bud. Way to go. Right. I've been in, I have to say, I've been in such a good mood this whole chapter. Sometimes Fire Emblem can really get you down. Not today. I've been in a great mood. I'm like killing everything. Everything's working. Like all my units are strong. I haven't had any like really near-death experiences. Like Wrath was the only thing when he kind of wandered off on his own a little bit, but even so, that wasn't really that much of a problem. Like we dealt with it, so it's great. All right, Dart. Can Dart do anything? He's still out of range to do anything. I'll leave it there. Now, he could actually, one interesting strategy, he could use Dart with the Sword Reaver to actually take on Lloyd. The reason why I don't like to do that, though, is that crit chance. I just get so nervous about that critical hit chance that I don't think it's, I don't advise it, ever. But, anyway. Because, times 3 damage is a huge problem. That's a big problem. Yeah, let's just go ahead and kill that. Nice, able to easily dodge out of the way, and again with another attack. Don't even need a crit, just ×2 with the Lance Reaver. Nice. Guy's gonna get increasingly hard to use though. Like I said, increasingly more enemies have lances as you go forward, so it gets harder to use units like God. Anyway, armory. Let's see what we got. We got a lot of gold. Oh, we have silver weapons. Nice. So we have iron weapons and silver weapons. Oh, it would have been nice to take the silver card, huh? I didn't even think of taking that. Oh, you know what? I could still take it. What's stopping me? It's in my convoy, I'm pretty sure. Oh, I hope it is. Oh, I hope Legault doesn't have it. Legault might have it. It might not be in the convoy. Let me check. Let me check with Lloyd. Let's take... Oh, I have it. Good. Excellent, thank you. Might as well buy these at half price, right? Why pay full price when I have coupons? Nice. My mom has taught me well. Okay, just continue. Like, no harm in doing that, right? Heal up, free experience. I mean, he's just grind. Like, yeah, I think this might actually be what's going to happen. We're just going to wear down the life brand by just standing there. And then we'll just swoop in an attack, and he'll probably just die. So, yeah, it only has 15 uses left. That's not too bad. We still have enemies to actually deal with, so I think we're fine. We don't have to do anything else. Okay, he's going for Florina. Dart is probably finally gonna get to do something. I never thought I'd see the day. Dart was wandering around the map for the longest. He's probably getting a little frustrated. He's like, hey, like, when is it my turn? Like Hector and Oswin getting to kill all these things. I got my glory at the beginning, and now I've just been wandering. Finally. Dart, your time to shine has come. Yes. The Iron Axe. Nice. Only needs an iron weapon. Like, Dart is so good. His strength is so high that just with an iron weapon, it does so much damage. Alright, let's shop now at half price. Much better. Look at those low prices. I love it. This guy's like, you, look at his expression. Just looking at that, he's like, you freaking scammer. You had to go back and get your silver card. Alright, we gotta buy some silver weapons. Take probably a couple of each. Take 3 silver swords, 3 silver lances. I gotta think. Yeah, I'll take it. No. And some silver axes. I'll take 1 more. And silver bow. I'll take 1. I think I have 1 already, and I only have 1 primary bow user, so. Yeah. Are there any iron weapons? I don't believe so. I think I'm pretty well stocked on iron weapons. I will take. I mean, they're so cheap. I'll take 1 of each just to make sure. I definitely don't need an iron sword. I have plenty of those. I'll just to make sure. I think we're good. A lot of silver weapons here. Should be fine. And yeah, then the shop next to it, or the vendor. Yep. Everybody else is just gonna sit tight. Just continue to heal up because there's no harm in that. And then we should be able to just, essentially we're just gonna wear down the light brand and make mincemeat of the boss. I should probably get Florina over here to finally heal up. Yeah, everybody's fine. Come on, pot shots. Oh, man. Come on, man. Oh, dodged out of the way of that. That was kind of weird. Hey, does that take a use of the light brand if I dodge it? It doesn't. Oh, no, it totally did. I was going to say. That would be aggravating. All right. What do we need here? Really nothing. I don't have any anima magic users, so we don't need any of this. I'll take 1 more heal staff. I'll take a door key. I think those 2 items would be kind of useful. And I will take a shine. I think that's all I need, though. Not so high and mighty now without your light brand, are you, Lloyd? Absolutely not. He only has his iron rune, which literally does nothing for him, so it is now just a free-for-all to attack and just get as much experience as possible. So, everybody is actually pretty even up here, so I want to have Canis do it. I felt kind of bad that Canis couldn't use his Luna to full effect, so we might as well have him do it now. He can't counterattack at all. So he just walk in here with everybody. Doesn't have a weapon. Oh, Canis, I wanted that to hit so bad. I wanted it to hit for you, not for me, for you. I mean, kind of for me, but mostly for you. He's still going to have high avoid, though. Like, he's still going to be tough to hit, despite not having a weapon. He can't counterattack, but we have to just kind of, like, take these little shots at him until eventually something hits him. Because he's tough. He's still tough. So, still challenging. But one thing I did want to show off is the dialogue between Eliwood and Lloyd. So we might as well see some good dialogue here. We meet at last, Eliwood. Ah, hold on. Let's talk. I'm Lloyd Reed, son of Brendan Reed, my brother Linus, whom you killed, longs for you to join him. Prepare to die. And he's like, wait, we didn't kill anyone. Not gonna waste experience there. He's like, we didn't kill him. They killed him. Why does anyone believe me? All right. Lucius is pretty accurate with the magic, maybe accurate with the magic. Come on, 41. No, not quite. Try to drop a giant light bomb on him. Didn't work. Who else can be accurate here? Guy would actually be great for this. He's way down there, though. It's really unfortunate. He'd be great because he's very accurate. So, as is, he has a high hit percentage all the time. There we go. Get some more damage there. It doesn't matter if it takes 2 turns. It doesn't really matter. I mean, you could actually grind this. I've actually seen a lot of people grind this boss right here because Lloyd doesn't have a weapon. He's not going to move. He can't do anything. Like, you could just grind and get all your units to level 20 eventually. It takes a long time, but you could. It's almost like a safer arena abuse type of thing. So, yeah, everyone's just going to have to shoot him until, until I get consecutive attacks in a row that hit. Oh, I didn't want to miss me. I didn't really want to do that. I want to attack. Well, but he doesn't have a javelin. That's right. So the default option was rescue. Alright, doesn't matter. Yeah, Guy would be great up there. And Dart would probably be pretty great too, but you know what? You can't do anything because you are relegated to just wandering around the map. Go ahead. He'll heal up a little bit, and he will do nothing. Okay, so let's just keep trying to hit him. Can I get more accurate than that? No, Luna's still the most effective, so come on, 51. I mean, more likely than not, it's gonna hit. There we go, got some damage. Good. Now, who wants the kill? Who wants the kill? I mean, cinematically, I should give it to Eliwood, I suppose. But man, everyone's been doing such a great job. It's hard to single out one unit that really needs it. These guys probably down here. I mean, need it the most. Level 3 and level 3. They'll get their time to shine next chapter, though. They will definitely have their moments next chapter. I'm not too worried about that because next chapter they'll get a lot of attention. But anyway, let's give it to. Why not give it to Hector? Yeah, Hector deserves it. Hector deserves it. Come in here. Oh, he's gonna hit though. That's the thing. Yeah, it doesn't matter who deserves it. It might be who ends up actually hitting the boss. Nope. I might have a choice. It might just be like, oh, let's just try it until someone hits. Wrath? I mean, Wrath is so good. Florina's done a great job. Ozma's done a great job. Let's try it. Florina's probably the best shot. Let's do it. There it is. Good. Finally taking out Lloyd. Unfortunately, we do have to kill him. Like, I don't want to kill him, but no more waiting, Linus. I'm coming, he says. He disappears. So that's a good level up for Florina. Full level there. Florina now level 6 Falco Knight with a good. Oh, it was worth it. Strength, speed, luck. Good. Strength and speed are very good. A little defense would have been nice, but hey, what are you gonna do? And we got an Iron Root. Unfortunately, yeah, we do get kind of the depressing sort of victory music, and I can't blame him. Like, I didn't want to kill Lloyd. Lloyd's just an unfortunate casualty that kind of had to happen. Brother, not really, but you know, as we learned, you know, not brothers, but kind of brothers. As far as all consoling. Why? Why did it have to come to this? I don't understand. I'm so distressed. Whoa, look at this guy. Look at this guy marching up here. Who's that? It's Eric the Great Tactician. No, Athos is here as well. When did you arrive? Just now. I warped in, you know. I can do that, you know. I'm a plot character. I can do whatever I want. Well, I was watching you in my scrying crystal. The most important... Why didn't you come help, Ben? Never mind. Most important thing is that you made it here. If that's true, why didn't you just magic us here in the first place? That's what I said! Why didn't we just do that in the first place? Why do we have to do all this? What would that have proven? It would have saved like 100 people from dying. You cannot hope to succeed if you cannot trust your own strength. Your own power must drive you. That is the most important thing. Now then, shall we go? Underground. Bramamon lives. Where are the 8 legends? Is that who you're talking about? That's right. Of the 8 legends, only Bramamon and myself remain. Your journey here was a bit of a test, I'm afraid. I had to see if you... What? See, I'm all for proving your worth and making sure we're strong enough and blah, blah, blah. But if it comes at the cost of all these people that just died, why do we have to do that? It doesn't make sense at all. Like, if they were ghosts, if it was like, oh, to pass this test against all my mirages, it's like, oh, well, that makes sense. We didn't actually kill anyone. We just killed a bunch of people to prove our worth. What is that? Oh, it's the weapon that we, the 8 legends, use to defeat the dragons. With it, you will be able to sever Nurgle's power at its root. A weapon to defeat Nurgle. That's what we just said. The legendary items are sealed in lands across this continent. The only one capable of removing those seals is Bramamon. That's what happens that's the idea of Fire Emblem 6, which is Sword of Seals. That's the subtitle of that. But anyway, if only we will be granted this one request. If only. See? We just teleport there. Why didn't we just teleport there 10 chapters ago? God. This game sometimes, it's like magic and all this stuff. Why is everyone so cryptic? It's creepy. You can't see a thing. Shh, someone's here. You're Bramamon. Yes, I suppose that is me. What do you want of me, you who live above ground? We have a favor to ask. We seek something to help us defeat Nurgle. That's unfortunate. You are screwed. For I cannot grant that which you seek. Humanity would suffer were I to remove the seals. What do you mean? The entire world is on the brink of destruction as it is. The entire world? Why would I care about that? Because you live here? The whole world can burn for all I care. By Father Sky, by Mother Earth, by Sister Wind and Father Moon. Your voice, the way you talk, it keeps changing. How many? Bramamon has no self. He, she, it, yes, it is a mirror that reflects the person addressing it. Very clever. I like that. That's a great, like, Dungeons & Dragons idea for a character. It projects no personality of its own. There are as many Bramamons as there are people facing him. Brahman, do you understand me? Athos, it's been many ages. I cannot fathom why you brought these people here. Why I sealed everything away. Do you forget why? The legendary items are not meant for human hands, but we can't stop Nurgle like that. I mean, we probably could, but whatever. We need your power to help us save the world. Brahman, remember, we too are human. These people, they will not be seduced by power. They came here without my aid, using their own abilities for some reason. You observed them, did you not? It's true, they seem better, stronger than most humans, and yet humans are frail. What guarantee do I have that they will not succumb to that frailty, Athos? A guarantee? There is none. We simply ask that you believe in us, please. Once. There was a man much like you. His gaze never wandered. It was ever fixed straight ahead. It was your father who died. I hate to remind you of that, but, you know, you went and pulled the Batman. Your parents are dead. Actually, just your father. His mother's still. Shiny. Oh, map! Wow, look how fancy that was. That's pushing the limits of the Game Boy Advance graphics right there. The seals have been released. You may do now as you please. I'm tired. You will let me rest. Well, that was abrupt, but hey, for what it's worth, we got, you know, seals to be released and stuff. We broke the seal. Yay. It's good to breathe outside air again. We've been there for like 2 minutes. Brahman is certainly a mysterious figure. I wonder what convinced him to release the seals. Interesting that, I believe it was darkness. A completely impenetrable darkness. The nature of which is beyond comprehension of normal men. Regardless, what is that supposed to be? That's cryptic as hell. You must hurry. The seals have been broken. Nurgle has surely sensed this already. You must get to the blazing blade, blazing sword, perhaps, as soon as possible. How unfortunate. You're too late. Ah! There he is, the big man himself. Nurgle. At last, my power is restored. We haven't seen him in quite a while, actually. We've heard about him and all that. And he's been, like, hiding away. We finally see him again. This is actually a big moment. Ninian Nils, this way. Open the dragon's gate for me. No, we won't. That's right. Remember, this is still a plot line. We haven't visited this plot line in a while, but it's still going on. You mustn't go. Neither of you. Would you like to see my powers here and now? You may choose, Ninian. Obey me, or if I go with you, will you let my brother go? Ninian! Once one of you should prove sufficient. As you wish. Actually, something kind of interesting. If you do want to use Nils and Ninian, and in fact, if you want to get supports for Ninian, this is the last chapter to do so, chapter 27. From this point on, we will get Nils instead of Ninian in our party. Ninian's items and level and stats actually will transfer to Nils. So we don't have to worry about, you know, losing any items or anything, but this, if you want to get supports, this was the last chapter to do that. Look after Eliwood. Because I love him, and I'm a... never mind. I was about to say something kind of spoilerish. Ninian, you must not. The gate will open, and I will gain unlimited power. Infinite power. Ninian! Don't move, Nurgle. No, get down, both of you. Are you awake, Eliwood? Where? Camp. You and Nils were both knocked unconscious by Nurgle's parting gift. Do you remember? A conveniently placed white explosion of plot. His power. It's so much more than before. If Lord Athos hasn't erected a barrier when he did, we would have lost both you and Nils. If he truly wished to kill you, even my power could not have saved you. Ninian, to protect us, even if you catch him, you can't defeat him, not as you are. If you wish to save the girl Ninian, the power to topple Nurgle lies within the sacred weapon. Do you understand, Eliwood? Yes, I know what I must do. So what must you do? You must go to Ostia. Oh, good. I'm glad he's going to tell us, because I had no idea. You must go to Ostia and take possession of Roland's blade. But before you go, take this, Eliwood. That's right. It's a heaven seal. I'm sorry, Lord Athos. These seals, they do not find me worthy. Trust me. You know what? Just go along with what I say for now, because something cool might kind of happen. Take it and hold it in your hands. Very well. It's a promotion! Finally, Eliwood, the main lord, the main hero of the story, has been through much trial and tribulation, promotes to a Knight Lord, gaining a steed that actually matches his color palette. How pretty. And is finally a usable unit again. I can finally use Eliwood again. I don't have to, like, leave him behind and have him do nothing. And he gets lance proficiency. Lord Athos. Huh, as I thought, a horse grew from your butts. This is incredible. My body is overflowing with power. Way to go, Eliwood. Let's go. Way to go. You did something finally. We have to get that weapon. We will defeat Nurgle and rescue Ninian. Let's do it. Yes. Go forth. We can do this. I believe in us. Well, that was Chapter 27, Cog of Destiny. As I said, should have been called Suicide Squad because it was just a bunch of enemies swarming and dying against my tanks that would just take a bunch of hits and don't even care. So, next time on Let's Play Fire Emblems, Chapter 28, this is Shadow Mario 41. Unfortunately, we did have to kill Lloyd, but couldn't recruit him. What are you going to do? I'm sure that won't come back to haunt us later. See you guys next time for more Fire Emblems.